It's easy to be a Eurosceptic these days, but our today's guest had reservations about the future of Europe's common currency from the very start. Thilo Sarrazin, the former member of Germany's central bank, is joining us now on RT. Thank you very much for your time, sir. In your latest book, you claimed that Germany didn't benefit that much from the introduction of euro, and a lot of experts from other European countries could make the same claim. Is there any EU member that, in your view, can actually say that euro has been good for it?
No, I don't think so. The northern states did not profit from the euro, but it didn't harm them either up to now. It may be different in the future. And the southern states, including France, profited at first from the credit boom, which went until the 2005, and now they are being damaged by rising the current account balance deficits and by rising internal debt and by falling growth rates. And the remedy, which includes that they cut down on their public expenditure and that they improve their competitiveness by lowering the prices and costs, will do in the short run even more harm. So they have before them a long and a complicated road.
So what's your recipe? Do you think that Greece or Ireland should exit the Union, or as some economists suggest that Germany should show the lead and exit the Eurozone itself?
We have no choice but to stick to the agreements, to the Maastricht Treaty, but we should insist that all members of the euro area also to stick to the treaty, and this means no further bailouts. And this means that the ECB has to return to its regular role. This is to supply the economies with the sufficient supply of money, but on the other hand to prevent the rise of inflation. Right now, the ECB uses the means of the monetary policy to finance the growing public sector deficits and the growing current account deficits of the southern states by the way of the printing money. And I think this is a wrong course, because it will mean in the long run more inflation.
Essentially what you are suggesting is that Germany should put forward an ultimatum?
Because we are those who to pay for the party, we can simply stop bailing out other members of the single currency union. And this would mean that they have have to change their ways of dealing with the economy, or that they would have to leave the...
As a union, you've been together through some good times, and now the tables have turned. So do you think it's okay to abandon somebody you made strong commitment to at the time of crisis?
Well, the monetary union was based on the treaty, the Maastricht Treaty. And all that I'm saying is that we have to start again to stick to the treaty and to the regulations of this treaty, because this is the only way that the currency, the union can work. And if others choose not to stick to the treaty, or if the currency proves to be too strong for them, then it is their decision to leave the currency union. This is not a question of abandoning anybody else, but it is the question of making the currency union work.
Angela Merkel said that if euro collapses, Europe will collapse. What shape do you think this collapse may take? Are we talking about a full-blown catastrophe or just some sort of political divorce?
She said, scheitert der Euro, dann scheitert Europa. The best translation of das Scheitern would be, I think, is to fail. So she says, if the euro fails, the Europe will fail. And this is the political threat, and it is a means to get people and political parties and the general the public to agree to their kind of policy. But I think one has to ask what that means. What is Europe? Europe is first and foremost a continent which stretches from the Gibraltar to the Ural. Europe is much more than the currency union. And in addition, Europe is the cultural idea, and it is, as far as the European Union is concerned, it is a economic union, and nothing of this does fail if the euro fails, because the success story of the European community was written between 1945 and 1999. These were half a century of peace, of growth, of the growing employment, of the social security, and so on. The nothing which was created then, that necessitated a common single the currency, and in order to preserve the values and these achievements, the common currency is not necessary. It is a can have, it is a may have, it is maybe something nice to have, but it is definitely not a must-have.
One of the reasons why your book became such a controversy is because you're invoking the Holocaust, which you believe is behind Germany's guilt complex, and also one of the reasons why it's so dedicated to the unification of Europe. I want to ask you, how big overall do you think politics, history, other emotional factors are playing in making fiscal decisions? Are those decisions based on arithmetics or more or less on history books?
It's my concern that we have already taken and to continue to enforce economically and financially the wrong decisions, which are to the disadvantage of virtually all members of the monetary union, because we feel driven by our past.
Even within Europe, different people have different work ethics, they have different saving and spending habits. How big a factor culture or mentality is when it comes to financial and fiscal policies?
Different cultures need different systems, and that what was a great mistake in the organization and within the concept of the currency union was that we applied rules, the Maastricht Treaty, and had the regulations which were in adequate accordance with the culture of the Netherlands, the culture of Austria, or the Germany, or of the northern states, but it did not fit in the culture of Spain, Italy, or France. The culture of the South is one which deals differently with social conflicts, and so it needs more inflation to work properly.
Dr. Sarrazin, thank you for your time.
Thank you.